Yeah, sorry, I was trying to get the camera adjusted. I don't know, it always looks right, and then I look at it a second time and it looks like it's not. I don't know. I think my tripod's, possibly not the best. Um, but it does the job, so good enough, right? We've got a couple of breaks on tap for tonight. Flawless football by the half case. You know, I love my flawless. We all do, right? Let's face it. And following that will be some Diamond Kings baseball. So a little bit of pre-break info that we go over each night. So let's get rolling with that first off. Feedback automated on eBay, just really so you don't have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get the same in return. And of course, the second thing there, a big thank you. I always appreciate everyone who bids and breaks with me. Many of you hang out and chat with me as well. I'm always glad to have you, whatever brings you by, so welcome. This is a list of stuff that we're going to be breaking over the course of the next few days. It's already up and running on eBay. And you know what I just realized tonight too? Like, I have more honors, and I forgot to list honors, and I didn't realize it till I was looking at this just a little bit ago. So, we'll get honors in there maybe for Sunday night. But anyway, tomorrow night we're going to break Flawless again, along with a half case of Bowman baseball, which will be the start of a new case. On Wednesday, we're going to start early, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, like we did tonight, because it's a new release day. And we'll open a case of 2019 Contenders Draft Picks football. Going to sell it by first letter of the last name for the first couple of cases. Then after the draft concludes this weekend, we'll switch to selling it by teams as you might be accustomed to. Also, Wednesday, we'll open a 3-box inner case of Onyx Preferred Players autographed baseballs. That is the last of those that I have on hand. Thursday night, we're going to open Leaf Metal Draft again, but we're going to open the jumbo version and buy the half case. It's got 10 autographs per box, so we're still going to have 40 hits in the break, but here's the cool part about that. Each one of those boxes guarantees that we have a one-of-one slabbed autograph in every single box. So that means we'll have 4 one-of-ones and 36 other autographs. So it should be a pretty good little break. We'll also hit Diamond Kings again with a new case on Thursday night. Friday, it's another new release night and another 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific start time. Our new release for Friday is National Treasures Basketball. We'll open a full case of that along with another case of our Contenders Draft Picks football. On Saturday, we will start opening 2019 TriStar Game Day Greats autograph football jerseys by the full case. We did this last year too when they came out. Did a bunch of them by the full case. So we'll run right through that kind of scenario again with a 5-box case on Saturday night. And we will open Gypsy Queen half case, which is the back half of a case that we started last night. We'll finish it up on Saturday night. For tonight, here's what you need to know. Lots of info on this page. We're going to try to boil it down a little bit here. So Flawless Football is going to break first. It is a free shipping break. I always project that the free shipping stuff will go out no later than a week after the auction ends, which would mean no later than Monday a week from today, the 28th. However, in many cases, really probably in most cases, it goes out faster than that, and sometimes a lot faster than that. But at any rate, won't be any later than that. And if you get skunked in Flawless, because that is a free shipping break, I would typically just hang on to your consolation card until the next time you had a package shipping. Then at that point, I would gather up any consolation cards that you were due and I would send them out with that package. Now, if you're in Flawless and you do get skunked, which we hope you don't, but if you do, and you don't want to wait until your next package ships to get your consolation card, you only need to send me a message and let me know that, and I will happily get it on the way to you sooner. Now, our second break tonight is Diamond Kings Baseball. It's a paid shipping break. I'm projecting it to be on the way to you roughly Thursday. As always, if the week goes well, it might go a day sooner. If the week goes unexpectedly poorly, it could go a day later. I'm guessing it will be Thursday, and we don't have to worry about consolation cards and Diamond Kings because every team will hit cards in there, and plenty of them, I imagine. All right, first up tonight, 2018 Flawless Football. It is a half case break number 2. And of course, everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Monday night, the 22nd of April. Team names are on the left-hand side, winning bidders across from each team on the right-hand side. We'll put up a new spreadsheet, of course, when we do Diamond Kings. What you see here is just for Flawless, which is coming up first tonight. And the last little order of business here before I can cut the plastic is simply changing up the focus. So I don't like to use autofocus. I manually set it, and in doing so, you will notice the background goes out of focus a little bit, but that's not to be worried about. We're going to be able to see everything just fine. You'll see that this is numbered on the end. That's because when we started the case, when this came out on Friday night, I numbered both boxes and then let random.org choose which one was opened in the first break versus which one, of course, we're opening tonight, the remaining one. Jay Allen is here. Hi, Jay Allen, and Kirk is here. Jay Allen said, yeah, too bad he can't just skip Flawless and go straight to Diamond Kings. I was going to try to peel that off instead of cut it, but left a nasty little residue, so I guess we'll try and cut it like normal. So yeah, Jay Allen, I think all of our Flawless people might be a little bit unhappy if we did that and skipped their break. Maybe I didn't cut through it really well, but yeah, there you go. We got it anyway. So Flawless, of course, is all kinds of awesome. And somebody always asks what happens to the box. Well, typically I keep some of them, and eventually I will get the others listed for sale. I've got a bunch of NT National Treasures boxes and stuff I need to get listed too. I'm behind on all of that, but I will eventually get that done. And Mickey's here too. Hi, Mickey. How are things going in your neck of the woods? And Kirk, if I didn't say hi to you, Kirk, I saw that you were there, but I don't know if I said hi to you. I think I was going out of order tonight, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure that I did say hi to you. But if I didn't, hello, hi, welcome. So first up, we have the Cincinnati Bengals with a little hit here for Mr. A.J. Green. That is numbered to 20. And that's a really good-looking relic for the Bengals. It's hard to get good relics for the Bengals, I think. So that one was worth the wait. And the Patriots have a hit with Patrick Chung to 25. Down there at the bottom, another nice-looking relic attached to it. Marcus Allen for the Raiders, numbered to 5. How about that? Oh, nice. Very, very nice. I always like, it seems like you get some of the best Raiders throwback autographs anywhere come out of Flawless. Doesn't it seem that way? It does to me. Tony Gonzalez. Oh, I love that. For the Falcons, numbered to 5. That's a great relic. Tony Gonzalez, legendary, fantastic hit if you've got the Falcons. And we have a little Kerryon Johnson rookie ink here. That is numbered to 20 for the Detroit Lions. Phillip Rivers for the Chargers. Wow. Phillip Rivers numbered to 2. Pretty sweet little hit as well if you happen to have the Chargers. Yeah, Matthew, you probably, hi Matthew, by the way, you probably weren't logged in right when we started. I went down our break order at that point. So, of course, Flawless is first, Diamond Kings is second. And that's how we'll be to Diamond Kings here shortly. Khalil Mack, 1 of 1, coming out for the Chicago Bears. How about it? Yeah, little NFL shield action there for Mr. Khalil Mack. So that is a nice hit for the Chicago Bears. You guys saw that earlier when I was flipping to the back. Yeah, I know. I saw it too. But I was looking, for some reason, I thought that I don't know. I thought I needed to pull the back card up to the front. But as it turns out, I didn't have to. Leighton Vander Esch for the Dallas Cowboys. That is numbered to 5. One of our encased cards here with a little emerald chip down there at the bottom. Next up, how about Brett Favre for the Pack? Oh, awesome hit. Numbered to 10. So Green Bay Packers, Brett Favre, got to be happy with that. And here comes Tyreek Hill for the Kansas City Chiefs. That is numbered to 5 and also has a little emerald chip in it there. And this is just a little card that says, oh yeah, these, nobody was killed getting these little chips of gems and et cetera, et cetera. So, and that they're real and not fake. That's what that little card says. All right, so let's go ahead and recap. We'll start off with that handsome 1/1 NFL shield for Khalil Mack and the Chicago Bears. There's Phillip Rivers, came out for the Chargers with a low-numbered hit. Kerryon Johnson for the Lions. Tony Gonzalez for the Falcons. Little throwback ink for the Raiders. Marcus Allen. Patrick Chung made an appearance for the Patriots. The Bengals hit with A.J. Green. You have Tyreek Hill, Kansas City Chiefs, with an emerald chip encased and numbered to 5. Brett Favre, that is for the Green Bay Packers. It is numbered to 10 and encased. And then Leighton Vander Esch, numbered to 5, encased with a ruby chip, or an emerald chip, rather, sorry. I do know my colors. An emerald chip for the Dallas Cowboys. All right, that is Flawless in the books. We will be breaking that again pretty soon. When do we break that again? I know it's maybe tomorrow night. Do we break that again tomorrow night? Let me see. Yeah, we're going to break Flawless again tomorrow night, and then we probably won't break it again until about Sunday. But tonight and then again tomorrow night, and then we'll take a break for a few days and roll it back through probably about Sunday. Okay, so if you did not see this a moment ago, for those of you who might have joined us late, this is the information you need to know about shipping. So Flawless that was just completed is a free shipping break. It will go out to you no later than a week from today, probably sooner, but no later than that. And of course, what we're about to break, Diamond Kings, you can expect to get on the way approximately Thursday plus or minus a day, meaning Wednesday or Friday. But probably Thursday. Nobody's going to get skunked in Diamond Kings. If you got skunked in Flawless, hit me up if you want your consolation card to ship right away. Otherwise, it will ship the next time you have a package going out. A 12-box case of 2019 Diamond Kings baseball. It is, of course, 12-box cases, as we all know by now, are technically inner cases in the Panini vernacular of this particular product, because they put 2 of those 12-box cases in one bigger box, and they like to call that a master case just to confuse us. This is break number 4. Of course, this also ended tonight on eBay, Monday night, the 22nd of April. Your team names can be found on the left-hand side, and of course, the eBay username of our winning bidders is up in lights across from each team on the right-hand side. One of my kitties is talking to us down there about something, and I don't know why I don't know what the deal is. Every night, I think I have this tripod set where I want it to be, and then it seems like about a second into the break, it will be all crooked and crazy. So I don't know. Anyway, let me get Diamond Kings up here on the table so we can start getting these out of the case. Getting out all of our 12 boxes of Diamond Kings. We can angle them and try to fit them. It's hard to fit them all on the table as well, but have to stack them up and around and crazy like. Maybe I can fit more going. Can I fit one more if I go like that? Maybe. Oh yeah, that'll work better. All right, table's gonna shake here for a second. Sorry, I'm getting have to turn the box upside down to to tap the last of those out of there because they're wedged in there pretty good, as a matter of fact, as it turns out. All right, so lots of information that you need to know about Diamond Kings. So while we're getting some of these packs out and packs open, let's talk about it. Each one of our boxes is going to have 2 hits in it. They can be autographs, or they can be memorabilia cards, or they could be an autograph with a memorabilia, with a relic. But any way you want to cut it, we're looking for a pair of hits per box. There's all kinds of inserts and various things in here, and Panini has stuff that they technically call a short print, but frankly we find it so often, even though I guess it's, you know, they technically call it a short print, it's probably not a traditional short print in the way that you would think about a short print, as in they're more plentiful than normal. There are loads and loads of old-timers in here. And I'm talking sometimes really old-timers, like early 1900s kind of guys. So there's things that you need to know about that. The first thing is that cards always stay with their franchise. So some of these old-time guys, it's not going to be as obvious as you think it is about where they go. For instance, if you look at like Carl Hubble or Christy Mathewson, I know they're both in here, and they say New York on them, but they were the New York Giants of the old days, and the old-time New York Giants became the current San Francisco Giants. So they're not in any way related to the Mets, even though they say New York on the card, and the coloring is similar. Similarly, we have a couple of old-time Philadelphia A's way back. And those guys, of course, will go to the Oakland A's because they stay with their franchise. That's Mickey Cochran and Al Simmons. I can't remember if there was another one. Who else is in here? Satchel Paige. He was in here. He was a St. Louis Brown, and the former St. Louis Browns became the Baltimore Orioles. So that card, of course, would go to the Orioles. So that kind of stuff. There are some Washington Senators. I think they are all from 1919, in which case they would be the current version of the Twins. You know, Senators have had lots of variations. So this is an example of just one of the inserts in here, crowning moments. We'll stop and look at a little more closely at the inserts out of this first box, and then we'll go more quickly through them in subsequent boxes. So that's a Mike Trout. These are DK205 is the insert series, and we're going to find loads and loads and loads of those in both cases. Portraits, we'll find lots of them as well. For the most part, they're not going to be numbered. If we find one that is numbered, I'll let you know. However, I did want to point that out. There's an artist proof. Artist proofs also, sadly, are not numbered, but I do, if I catch them when we go through, call them out. If I miss them, of course, you're still going to get it because all the cards ship. Heirs to the Throne. Okay, so there are 2 different teams on here. We have the Mariners on the back. We have the Angels on the front. Some of those heirs to the throne will have the same team on the front as they do on the back. But many of them will, well, probably actually many of them will be the same. There will be some, like that one, that don't. So for that reason, I'm going to set them all aside up there in what I call our housekeeping area. And we'll divvy those up at the end of the night. Gallery of Stars, another insert series, for the most part not numbered. If one of them is numbered, of course, I will stop and point that out to you as we go along. And yeah, still yet another. These are flashback inserts. Loads and loads of those will be coming out to see us as well. That Ryan Sandberg might have been a short print, but I wouldn't absolutely swear to it. There's Jesus Aguilar for the Brewers. More Gallery of Stars. And looks like our first hit is coming out for Kyle Tucker and the Astros. There's our first autograph, and it is numbered 299. All right, so I'm behind here on my chat. So Kevin's here. Hi, Kevin. Jay Allen says thanks to whoever outbid him in Flawless. I guess his team must not have hit. He's looking for the Phillies in here, specifically a 1 of 1 for the Phillies, a Rhys Hoskins, and a cut signature. Dang, brother. You are shooting for the stars tonight. I'll do my best, man. Framed, we'll find lots of framed. They are mostly not numbered. That particular one is, of course, Noah Syndergaard and the Mets. And bear with me just 1 second. I decided to set those framed ones aside. So yeah, we'll do our best to make that happen for you, Jay Allen. You said, which kitty did you hear? Oh, you probably heard the older brother. He was thinking about jumping into the little pile of wrappers I have, and I think he decided it wasn't quite large enough for him to waste his time on, and he wandered on off again. Ichiro for the Mariners with a dual relic. Heirs to the throne. Montreal Expos, guys. Former Expos are current Nationals. So you have Blue Jays on the front of that card, Nationals on the back of it. And Mickey, you need the Orioles in here. All right, we'll try to. We're right on schedule. There's a Cedric Mullins framed anyway, so we're on the right track. This is a 300 insert series, the 300. Loads of those as well, you know, fairly common in this product. Eloy on one side, the Big Hurt on the other. Both are White Sox. Chicago. Crowning moment, Goldschmidt. This is when he was a Diamondback. You'll see it says Arizona on there, so he will go to the D-backs on that one. That is one other thing I should point out. Some players are in here both ways. So Giancarlo Stanton, he has cards in here where he is his current team, the Yankees. He also has cards in here for his former team, the Marlins. Obviously, the ones marked the Marlins go the Marlins. The one marked the Yankees go to the Yankees. Mackenzie's here. Hi, Mackenzie. You saw a Babe Ruth 1 of 1 cut signature jersey patch pulled last night from Diamond Kings. Wow. Yeah, I bet that was something to see. You can get some really cool stuff in here with the cut signatures, which we have not yet found out of this 24-box master case. So, knock wood, we should hopefully find one tonight. I think they roughly fall 1 per master case. I don't know that that's a hard and fast guarantee, but it's generally about what we can expect. And if memory serves, I don't think we found the downtown insert yet either. So I think both of those may be in this half of the case. Jay Allen says he's never seen 2 relics out of a box. It's always been 1 autograph and 1 relic. Well, in the perfect world, but you never know. I mean, you know how it goes with this stuff. Sometimes they do some funky things with collation. That's why I'm always just say what it says on there. 2 autographs or memorabilia. I don't ever guarantee one way or the other, because if they're not going to guarantee it, I'm not going to guarantee it. Matthew says it's his first time breaking with us, and hopefully we're going to pull him some good stuff. Well, Matthew, let's try. Let's work it out. Let's work it out, Matthew. Who are your teams? Who do we need to pull for? Matthew, who are you looking for tonight? There is Mr. Noah Syndergaard. And again, as I said, guys, those technically what they're calling short prints, we see pretty often. So I don't really, I mean, technically, by the letter of the law, they are short prints. But in the real world, you're going to find a zillion of them, so take it as you will. But Jay Allen was was pointing that out as well. So, yeah, sorry. Sometimes I think I cover stuff and I guess I say it in my head. I don't always say it out loud. That definitely happens, I think. That is a framed Alex Bregman for the Houston Astros. Chris Bryant for the Cubbies. Heir to the throne. That's another for the Nationals on one side and the Blue Jays on the other. Wicks Bomb Busters Flawless has already broken, my friend. That was first up for tonight. It's Roger Clemens 300 insert. And here comes our first hit. I think it's our first hit out of this box. And that happens to be a pretty thick little card there. It is a dual pieces of wood from a baseball bat. It's for the Detroit Tigers and numbered to 45. And Wicks, yeah, I've had people say before they can't rewind, so I don't know entirely what I think it has. I did look it up at one point. It had something to do with the latency, and I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I've had people tell me that, but of course it'll get posted shortly after the break is over. Sean Reed Foley, numbered to 49, Toronto Blue Jays. So the way that works, Wix, is shortly after the break concludes, there will be a version that YouTube has archived. This is for the Dodgers. Brooklyn Dodgers are the current Los Angeles Dodgers. That's Walter Alston with a framed base there. So the YouTube archived break is typically available, I'm going to be generous here and say within an hour or two after the break has ended. I've many times people tell me it can be as quick as, 20 minutes after the break has ended. But that version is usually available pretty quickly. On the other hand, there is the uploaded version that I will put up myself. And I just say that will happen for sure within 24 hours. Now, I would say the majority of the time, I get it up the night of the break, but occasionally it might be the next day. But the only difference between what I upload and what YouTube archives is that I add the tags and the titles to make it easier to find. That's all. So that's how you can find it. Matthew, you're asking if we've had any hits for the Mariners or the Nationals. Autograph-wise, yeah, or not. I think we had a relic for the Mariners. Of course, we will recap at the end of the break. Now, as far as like short prints or inserts or that sort of thing, that I don't know. But I'm pretty sure we had an Ichiro. Didn't we have an Ichiro relic for the Mariners? Jay Allen told him we didn't have any hits yet, but I think we do for the Mariners anyway. I think, didn't we? Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure so. That he was on there as a Mariner. You guys are now making me think I'm crazy. I guess I am. I guess it's not in here. I thought that it was, but now I'm going to look. So Blue Jays, yes, it's right there. It's the Mariners. Why am I? I'm usually the only one who can't remember. I'm the only one that does remember tonight. So we had an Astro, a Blue Jay, a Mariner, and the Tigers. So that's what's hit so far. Oh, Mackenzie Rose had it. Mackenzie had it down, baby. Mackenzie's like, yeah, Detroit, Seattle, Toronto, Houston, one of each. I love it. That is excellent recall. Much better than what I usually have. I always have to stop and think about what we've hit. There's a 300 insert for Warren Spahn. Now that, I realize it says Milwaukee, but there's an example. He was a Milwaukee Brave, and the former Milwaukee Braves are the current Atlanta Braves. So, yeah. Corbin Burns comes out with an autograph and a pair of relics for the Milwaukee Brewers. I think he got sent back down this week, didn't he? Did I dream that? I think maybe he did. But hopefully it'll just be kind of a brief stay. Yeah, Jay Allen, you are usually right on it, brother. I usually count on you to be my memory, and typically you are far superior at remembering it than I am, which is why I got nervous when you didn't think we had it. That was Loisaga framed for the Yankees, a flashback for Pujols and the Cardinals. Satchel Paige, once again, remember the former St. Louis Browns. He was not a St. Louis Cardinal. He was a St. Louis Brown. They are the current Baltimore Orioles. So it will, of course, go to the Orioles. There is an artist proof. Once again, Brooklyn Dodgers, current Los Angeles Dodgers. More heirs to the throne. Oh, but that one's both Toronto with Baby Vlad and Josh Donaldson. So far, so good. Rolling along. Well, that's true too, Jay Allen. You say when you think about hits, you automatically think only autographs. Randy Johnson for the Diamondbacks. Framed. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a tendency to remember the autographs more. Molina portraits. Manny Machado framed for the San Diego Padres. The only reason, truthfully, that I remembered probably the Ichiro is because I used him as an example of talking about how some players were in here for more than one team. So, Matt Chapman, Oakland A's, Bat Kings relic. And that was a flashback, I believe, for the A's as well. There's a Manny Machado for the Padres, a portrait Chris Bryant for the Cubbies. And off we go. So what is the general consensus here amongst those of you who also happen to follow football? I know not everybody does, but some of you do. What are we thinking is going to happen with Kyler Murray? I still just find it so hard to believe that Arizona is just going to give up on Josh Rosen and take Kyler Murray, but all the rumors say that they are. Sometimes, you know, people throw up those smoke screens with no intention of actually doing what they are leaking. But other times they do, like last year with the Browns and Baker Mayfield. So, I don't know. I think they might, but then you have to wonder, like, what are they going to do with Rosen? Why didn't they do something with him before now? Maybe they'll surprise everybody and trade back, like get some massive trade package, keep Rosen and trade back. Although it'd be hard to trade out of that #1 spot, wouldn't it? I wouldn't want to. Definitely would not make me happy. Panini has a new baseball product. They just started soliciting it a few days ago. And it's called Leather and Lumber. It's pretty high end, comparatively speaking. It's a 10, excuse me. I think it's a 10-box case. I think that's right, that it's 10 and not 12. And, you know, it's going to be like an $1,800 case of cards or thereabouts. That's like crazy high. There's Rogers Hornsby framed. But it is allegedly going to have some really nice relics in it. And, of course, as the name implies, we'll have both Baltimore Orioles Ortiz framed. We'll have both chunks of leather from baseballs autographed, and then have, I think we looked at these, but for the sake of argument, I've got them sitting in a weird spot. We'll have pieces of the baseball bat autographed. And oh, what is that? Sorry, my iPad is suddenly like dinging and chiming about something. It gave me some kind of ESPN alert. I didn't see what it was, but turn the volume down. Sorry about that. Something must be happening in the wide, wide world of sports. Well, Jay Allen said my phone vibrated. Well, yeah, it was probably the same thing then. It was probably an ESPN alert on my phone, too. It is laying on the table as well. This is number 225, and you don't pull a lot of Justin Turner. So, Justin Turner autograph and relic to 25 for the Dodgers, baby. Got some LA action. There's the big hurt flashback for the White Sox. Kansas City Royals, George Brett, and Aaron Judge insert. Heirs to the Throne, Arenado and Brooks Robinson. So you got Orioles on the back, Rockies on the front, and an artist proof, Trevor Story, Colorado Rockies. Mackenzie, you mean the one we're talking about, like the high-end one? This is the Marlins, Miguel Cabrera. It's a new Panini product called Leather and Lace. Or no, Leather and Lumber. Sorry. I'm giving you Fleetwood Mac quotes now. Leather and Lumber, not Leather and Lace, not Stevie Nicks. Yeah, so it's supposed to be, as I said, kind of high-end. It's definitely priced that way. Pretty sure it is a 10-box case for, and it's going to hit around $1,800. Beltray for the Rangers on the back. Matt Chapman for the Oakland A's on the front. A Bryce Harper portraits. Yogi Berra. Framed. And, of course, they're already bringing back Prism. They haven't had Prism in baseball since, like, maybe 13 or 14, I can't remember which, but somewhere in that neighborhood is the last time we had Prism baseball, I think. Nolan Ryan as an Angel. So they're bringing that back, and I would say there's even another crazy Panini baseball thing coming up. Brandon Lowe for the Tampa Bay Rays. That is numbered to 25 because you've got cool relics. And whenever they give us cool relics, they give us low numbers here in Diamond King. So that's a nice little dual color relics. There we go. A little slow on the uptake tonight I am, but I get it out eventually. Yeah, so we're also going to have, besides the Leather and Lumber and baseball, Panini has got, I might have mentioned this to you guys already, but I wasn't sure, I wasn't for positive that it was replacing classics until I asked today if it was, and it is. It's a new football product, and why did I just go blank on the name? Like right as soon as I said it, then I just like totally blanked out on the name. Daggone it. Well, Legacy. Oh, good grief. My brain is old. So my rep today did confirm that there will be no Classics football this year. And instead, we're going to get this Legacy football. And it is a monstrous 24-box case. Yeah, you heard that right. 24-box case. Like, who makes 24-box cases? That's just, oh, that's so irritating to me. But I am hopeful that they will at least do it like they've done with Diamond Kings, which is technically also a 24-box case if you want to look at it that way, but it is 2 sealed 12-box cases inside of a larger box. So I'm hoping they do that with Legacy rather than give us 24 like loose boxes inside one box. I hope we get 2 12-box cases, but But they are, so Legacy is going to take the place of Classics, and it's going to have, I think, maybe, well, it's either 2 or 3 hits in the box. I want to say 3, but I don't know. I looked at a lot of stuff over the weekend, so they're going to be loading us up with new products, Panini is. Kyle Wright, Atlanta Braves, numbered 299, relic on the right, happens to be particularly nice. So we're going to have all kinds of interesting things happening from Panini. So that's Boston Red Sox on both sides of that one. Kind of going to miss Classics, though. I did like it. And I also liked that it was 10-box cases. Not for nothing. Tom Seaver there for the Mets. It makes it a little easier to break, you know? Especially if you're talking about products when they have a lot of base cards and then they give us those gigantic cases. It makes life difficult. Jay Allen, you like Obsidian and you would like them to give you an Obsidian for their other sports. Well, you never know. They might. They do that sometimes. Carry it over. So this is a big, monstrous hit. Look who it is for the Padres. Oh, yeah, baby. It is Fernando Tatis Jr. with a little rookie ink for the Padres. That one is not numbered, but I bet if you have the Padres, you probably don't care, because everything Fernando is a good thing to hit right now, including that. Matt Carpenter framed Cardinals. Eddie Stanky here. He is the only Boston Brave in here. So once again, the former Boston Braves as well as the former Milwaukee Braves all go to the current Atlanta Braves. So he goes to Atlanta. Walter Johnson here. He's an example of a Washington Senator. You'll see it says 1919 on there, which means that he goes to the Twins, because the Senators from 1901 to 1960 were Twins. The Senators from 1961 to 1972 became the Rangers. Carl Hubble, and this is an artist proof, New York Giants, old-timer dude, so current San Francisco Giants. I know I say that a lot, but people jump in and out of the break all the time, and I can't tell you how many times I will later have somebody ask a question about, like, hey, where was such and such? You know, I have the Mets. Where was that? And then you're going, well, it was not a Met, and try to explain. But anyway, it's easier just to point it out as we go, I think. That St. Louis Cardinals, crowning moments, Pujols, framed, Cal Ripken and the Orioles. And that box is finished up. Jay Allen, you said you assume we'll break it in half cases. You are if you're talking about Legacy, it's really going to depend on how many cards there are. If it is similar to the card count that we have here in Diamond Kings, you know, this is very manageable to do at 12 boxes at a time. But if the card count is similar to what we had in Classics, oh my gosh, can you imagine if we did 12 of those at a time? It would take forever. So it depends. It depends on the card count, and it depends on how the case is organized. By that I mean, if it's 24 loose boxes in a case, I might break 8 at a time and do it in thirds. Or if it is 2, you know, sealed up, like a 12-box case and a 12-box case each sealed, put in one larger box, then we might break them 12 at a time. Or maybe 6 at a time if it's got a million cards in it. Well, I'm thinking, you know, that it probably does have a pretty good card count in it, but they definitely revamped it. I mean, it doesn't look anything like Classics. The reason that I thought it was replacing it And as it turns out, it is. But the reason I thought to even ask if it was replacing it is because we're about the point in the calendar where we should normally be seeing solicitations for classics, and we hadn't seen any. And this was a similar kind of price point to classics, maybe a tad bit higher. And so that's what prompted me to ask. But I didn't really pay enough attention to what the box, what's in each box in terms of card count and that sort of thing. So that always makes the biggest difference. Because none of us, let's face it, none of us want to sit here for 3 hours to break one case, particularly. Mr. Juan Soto making an appearance for the Nationals. Very nice relics. It is number 249 for your man Juan Soto. And the Washington Nationals. Yeah, it's probably, Jay Allen, it's probably already up somewhere. Corey Kluber, Cleveland Indians, on one of the online sites. Pardon me. It's probably already up listed for pre-sale somewhere. So, I can go back and pull up the solicitation and figure out card count and stuff. I just don't remember it off the top of my head. Kevin Newman, Pittsburgh Pirates. And I like that they gave us one yellow relic and one black relic. That's the way it should be. Nice balanced card there, along with your autograph. And a Portraits of Molina and a Freddie Freeman framed crowning moments, it said on the back, for the Braves. And Chicago, Eddie Collins. That's Chicago White Sox, I believe. I will have to double check that, but I think that old timer, I believe, was a White Sox. That was a framed Verlander as a Detroit Tiger. There's an Ohtani, technically short print. Sam Rice, of course, Washington Senators equals Minnesota Twins from 1919. Yeah, or if you remind me tomorrow night, Jay Allen, I'll look it up and I'll hopefully try to retain it. If you remind me, I can probably answer it tomorrow night. I think leather and, I keep wanting to say leather and lace. Clearly I got a Fleetwood Mac vibe going tonight. Leather and lumber, I believe, is something like a 40 card box or something like that, about 40 a box, and I think it's a 10 box case. So the case of leather and lumber, relatively small card count, especially for the price. It's going to be expensive, kids. All right, so we have got 6 boxes left. That counts the one that obviously I'm taking out right now. So you see the 5 sitting back there. This is the 6th coming out of the wrappers at the moment. So when we finish this box that's coming out of the wrappers, we'll be at our halfway point. Now, Jay Allen, it just happens to be that I love Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac. I absolutely adore them. So, I mean, leather and anything, if the phrase is leather and something, I'm always in my head going to go right to leather and lace from that song. It was Tom Petty and Stevie Nicks, of course. And that's just where my head goes. Loved Fleetwood Mac in the day. And, of course, Stevie Nicks. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, before I had eye surgery that messed up my eyes, I used to do concert photography and award show photography. And I went to shoot a show for Fleetwood Mac, and I was hanging out backstage. I was much younger, and that's also when I was still a smoker. I know, whoops, but anyway, I did used to many, many years ago, but a long time ago. But anyway, I was hanging out back. I think we were maybe even in between the opening act and when Fleetwood Mac was supposed to go on. So I'm standing back there with a couple of other photographers. We're out the back of the arena, you know, having a little smoke break, chatting, whatever, waiting for what we need to do, our work, when Fleetwood Mac comes on stage. Juan Soto for the Nationals hits again with nice little Diamond Deco quad relics. And so we're back there and we see this limo pull up and thinking like, oh, there's Kikuchi. Nice. That's not what we thought about who was in the limo, but that is, as you say, Kikuchi for the Mariners. We're thinking, who's in this limo, right? Well, turns out it was Stevie Nicks, and she was so, I don't know what, messed up on something, we'll say. They practically had to carry her out of that car into the backstage area. And we were just thinking, oh man, this show is going to just either start really late or it's going to blow and she's going to be terrible, blah, blah, blah. Jeff McNeil comes out for the New York Mets with an autograph. So, you know, we're kind of grumbling amongst ourselves like we can't believe that Stevie's come out of the car in this kind of shape. And don't you know, they started virtually on time, maybe 5 minutes off, and she came out and just blew the joint away. I mean, most incredible performance. It's like, but if you had seen her 20 minutes before they, they took the stage, you would have thought she couldn't even stand up to do a show. It's Gleyber Torres in the Yankees and a Ken Griffey Jr. insert, DK205 insert for the Mariners. K-Line, framed, Detroit Tigers, a portrait of Thor for the Mets. But anyway, that's my Stevie Nicks story. So, Mickey, you just need one hit for your Orioles. Didn't we have one hit for your Orioles already? Maybe not. Must have been a framed or something. Nolan Ryan and Forrest Whitley, both Astros. Oh, Michael, your wife loves Stevie Nicks? Yeah, me too. I mean, Stevie Nicks is just, like, incomparable, really. She's just incredible. Incredible. Ricky Henderson for the Oakland A's. Grover Alexander there. Dear old Grover. Another old-timer. Honus Wagner Pirates. Lots of old-timers in here. Old-timers like me. All right, officially halfway there. A little more than, I guess, right? Yeah. We've got 5 boxes left, counting this one, so I guess we actually already hit our halfway point, didn't we? It was halfway before I opened that last box. Oh, what is wrong with me? I can count, I promise you. But, you know, apparently not right now. Yeah, Jay Allen, you say that's why you haven't had eye surgery. Yes, please, good grief. I mean, most people I know have had it done very successfully and no problems whatsoever. That was not at all the case with me. I had significant complications and I have very challenged vision these days, and mine was done 20 years ago. More than, I guess. Maybe 25. I don't know, somewhere in that neighborhood, 20, 25 years ago. But at any rate, my vision just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. It's very compromised, and I have a lot of trouble doing a lot of things, like driving at night and a whole host of other things. So, yes, having it to do over, I would have elected to stay with contacts and glasses. But I did not, and I messed it up. So there you go. All right. We have got Bryce Harper on one side, Juan Soto on the other. They are both Nationals on that card, so that'll end up going to the Nats, of course. But as you know, I'm keeping all of the heirs to the throne up there at the top. Baltimore Orioles, Cedric Mullins framed. Ken Griffey Jr. Mariners. Another DK205 insert, a crowning moment insert for Max Scherzer. Got to move both the inserts out of the way. Cal Ripken flashback Orioles. I think these are the ones we just looked at, aren't they? Why do I have them laying in a weird spot? I don't know. I'd rather look at them twice and make sure than not look at them at all. The Atlanta Braves are going to take home another hit with Colby Allard. And that is, of course, dual relics and signature. Oh, man, I'm about to sneeze. Sorry in advance, guys. Oh, trying not to. Oh, man. Whoo, backed up in my head. That was unfortunate. Yes, I do wish that hadn't happened. Nolan Ryan, Texas Rangers. Another portrait of Syndergaard. Well, cataract surgery, Jay Allen, is different. It's, usually pretty uneventful. Bryce Harper insert for the Nationals. Oh, man. Sorry, sneeze just really. Whew. Nolan Ryan and Forrest Whitley, again, both Astros. Now, my mother just had cataract surgery on both eyes just like a month ago, maybe a hair over. Beltray and the Rangers framed. And her insurance would not pay to have it done laser surgery-wise because it costs more. But the lens that she had put in one of her eyes is already clouding up, like getting the same film on it. So then they have to go in and laser that off in like 2 more months. So I don't know. It says Robinson Cano, Mariners, when he was still a Seattle Mariner, dual relics. But everybody else I know that had cataract surgery was completely uneventful, except for my poor mother, who's going to have to go back and through it again. Tukey, Atlanta Braves. Portraits, Ricky Henderson and the A's. Cubbies Rizzo insert. And a Kirby Puckett Twins insert. That's numbered to 25. Sam Rice. Washington Senators from 1919, of course, which that's where it says 1919, are the current Minnesota Twins. So that little numbered card there heads to Minnesota, eh? All right, we have 3 boxes left. We have yet to see a cut signature, and we have yet to see downtown. So they're kind of hanging towards the end here, aren't they? They're holding us in suspense. They're going to make us work hard for it tonight to get our big hits. Yeah, I cannot believe I forgot I had more honors down there. That's not like me, especially because I happen to really like honors. But I saw it tonight when I went to grab this case of Diamond Kings. I was like, oh my gosh, there's another case of honors, which I completely forgot to break. So, yeah. I guess we'll do it Sunday then, maybe. Sunday or Monday. Maybe Monday. We will do one of the two, anyway. And, of course, a bunch more flawless as well. Although I may do some of those by full case breaks. Some of those are left. We'll see. Ichiro, Mariners. Framed. I didn't say that, but it was framed. Catfish Hunter, baby. We hit him the other night, too, for the Oakland A's. One of our other breaks, we had some cool little Catfish Hunter relics. That is numbered to 49. And if you don't like Catfish Hunter, you probably were not around in that era. That's all I'm saying. I know, you're right, Jay Allen. They did give me such a little amount of honors, like I did forget about it. I broke right away, you know, the early stuff we had, and then I just set the other down, and somehow I got it actually mixed in with the cases of Diamond Kings. Numbered to 25, the Houston Astros hit a nice Kyle Tucker there. Got multiple colors on both your relics, and then, of course, the autograph and the low number. So Astros doing all right there with Kyle Tucker. Mookie Betts portrait. Beltray Dodger insert. Insert. Stop and think about that a minute. Almost said it wrong. King Timbo. This is our Diamond Kings break that ended tonight on eBay. This is Jimmy Fox. See, I do that every time. Jamie Foxx would be a modern day actor. Jimmy Fox would be an old time baseball player. Satchel Paige, once again, former St. Louis Browns, current Baltimore Orioles. So it goes to the Orioles. An artist proof Chance Adams for the Yankees. Heirs to the Throne, Guerreros both. Nationals for dear old dad, and Blue Jays for baby Vlad. Molina, Cardinals. Mike Trout insert. And an insert for Roger Clemens, flashbacks to Boston Red Sox. Francisco Lindor, framed Indians. Heirs to the Throne, Ichiro and Ohtani. There's Larry Doby, whichever. Early win on a 300, the 300 insert. And we've got 3 left. We are 9 down and 3 to go. Jared Flawless, of course, has already been. I think Jay Allen already hooked me up and answered you there in chat as well. But yeah, sorry, that kicked us off tonight. It was our first break, so it was right a little bit after 9. Usually takes, 3, 4, 5 minutes. We go through the pre-break info while we're waiting on everybody to kind of get settled in and that sort of thing. Typically, that's how I will do it most of the time, guys and gals. This stuff that has the least amount of cards will typically break first, or memorabilia will break first. And stuff that has more cards, like this, will usually break second. Just because, if you're waiting on Flawless and you have to wait through an hour of Diamond Kings to see your 10-minute break, or 15-minute break, that's probably not so much fun, right? But if you're waiting on Diamond Kings and you only have to wait 10 or 15 minutes to get through Flawless, that's kind of bearable. Oh, no, King Timbo, just this one tonight. Just this one. I usually run everything through eBay. Sometimes we'll break things outside of eBay. We haven't recently, but probably somewhere along the way we will this year too, break some outside of eBay. It's more of a hassle to do it that way, honestly. Garrett Hampson Rockies. It's just, even though it's a lot more expensive to do it through eBay because they charge so much money, it is a much simpler process to keep track of and manage. Sean Reed Foley, that is the Toronto Blue Jays. It is numbered to 99, and I believe if you've got Toronto tonight, that's your second one for Sean Reed Foley, I think, autograph-wise, I mean. Heirs to the Throne, Javi Baez on one side, Ryan Sandberg on the other. Once again, they are both Cubs, so no question where that one's going. There's a Gleyber Torres for the Yankees. Crowning moment, Matsui for the Yankees, and somebody was trying to hitch a ride there. And that would be Larry Walker, once again, former Montreal Expos, current Washington Nationals, so that heads to the Nats. Mr. Verlander, look at those relics. Oh, I'm digging that. Yeah, those are nice relics. They should be. I mean, it's numbered to 25, but I particularly like the top and the bottom ones. And then the two on the side complement it. See, again, they did a really good job balancing that card. They don't always. They did on that one. Chris Sale and Pedro Martinez are both Boston Red Sox. Miles Straw for the Houston Astros. Flashback Vlad Guerrero Sr. Expos equals Nationals. Well, hang on now. Taylor Ward, Angels, framed. And heirs to the throne, Blake Snell on one side, David Price on the other. Each are Tampa Bay Rays. That is a David Wright insert that happens to also be an artist proof for the Mets. George Brett portrait. A Bryce Harper insert, framed insert, sorry. And a Verlander DK205 insert. 2 boxes left. 10 down, 2 to go. Didn't I cut those already a while ago, by the way? Didn't I? I think I did. Like on the top. Yeah, I think I did. King Timbo, you said you're having a good break then? Who do you have in here tonight, man? We'll try and, of course, I'll recap it at the end. But hopefully we're having a good break for you. Always try. We always try. Oh, Michael, you had that Phillip Rivers out of Flawless. That was a nice hit. Yeah, Phillip Rivers to 2 for the Chargers out of Flawless was fantastic. Jared, the 3 cased cards in Flawless, I could not begin to tell you. Some of these guys might remember. If any of you all remember who our 3 cased, the encased cards, the ones that were in the One Touch Mag cases, can anybody help me remember who those were out of Flawless? Honestly, at this moment, the only card I remember hitting was the 1 of 1. And then you said the Phillip Rivers a second ago. So there's 2 I could remember now. Oh, you've got the Astros in here. Okay. All right. Then, yeah, we've had some Astros hits for you in here. For sure. This is an artist proof K-line for the Detroit Tigers. I wish they would number those artist proofs. It would just, I don't know, make me happier if they would. I mean, we don't really know, like, how many of them are there. It's hard to say. Jake Bauers autograph and relic for Cleveland. The Indians getting involved late here. Mark McGwire, Oakland A's. There's the Dodgers, Caleb Ferguson framed. Bob Gibson, Cardinals. Wade Boggs for the Red Sox. Crowning moment, Randy Johnson, Arizona Diamondbacks. White Sox, Big Hurt, Frank Thomas, insert. All right, we have not seen downtown. I don't think. I'm pretty sure we did not pull downtown in the first half of this. I really don't think we did. Yogi Berra framed Yankees and a Mike Piazza Dodgers insert. And we've seen no cut signature either. Matt Chapman for the A's on the front and Beltre for the Rangers on the back. Justice Sheffield Mariners. Oh, King Timbo, you can ask as many questions as you like. We will happily answer them, me or somebody in chat, as long as one of us knows it. Dave Winfield for the Yankees, Bat Kings relic. Brooks Robinson and Arenado, so that's Rockies and Orioles. Santana for the Dodgers. A Bryce Harper portraits, and that brings us to the last box. So, there's a lot riding on Last Box Mojo tonight, isn't there? We'll see if it brings it forth tonight, but yeah. So Jay Allen, you're the one I think who told me that all the breaks you watched, that there's been a cut signature in every master case. See, I did not know that there definitely was one guaranteed in every master case. Actually, I don't think it's guaranteed, but anyway, you said there had been one coming out. So if that holds true, then it should be in here, in this box. And by that same measure, downtown should be in here as well, if it's going to hold true that it's coming out one per case. Because this is the second 12-box case out of the sealed master case that we started whenever we started it a few days ago. So hopefully it's in here. Oh, now I see what all those ESPN alerts are popping up about. Luke Walton has apparently been accused of some sort of sexual assault or something. And Jay Allen says, it should be in here, but we know his luck. Hey, listen, Last Box Mojo, you know that it works a lot of times for us. And we're going to hope that it does it again tonight. Hope that it's got some big fiery hits in here. Well, here's the first one, and it is for the Toronto Blue Jays with Reese McGuire relic. Not numbered. Portrait Rivera for the Yankees, Mariano. I don't know, like I'm feeling nervous, like where is it? Vlad Guerrero, Montreal Expos are the current Washington Nationals. That was Vlad Sr., of course. Snell and Price, both Rays. A crowning moment, Joey Votto for my little Cincinnati Reds. A Chipper Jones flashback insert. Another David Wright artist proof insert. Already pulled one of these. So now you have a pair for the Mets. Maybe they're not so rare to be artist proof. We just pulled two of them out of the same case. And there is Valdez for the Astros on a short print. Our little pack feeler card there. Roger Clemens, Red Sox, the 300 insert. Ramirez framed Indians. Guerrero Sr. again, headed to the Nationals. A Tony Gwynn for the Padres, flashback. And there's another Vlad Guerrero Sr. flashback. Headed to the Nats. Tukey, framed for the Atlanta Braves. Javi Baez and Ryan Sandberg, heirs to the throne. Man, we only got that little stack left right there. So there is, I am feeling not happy right now about the fact that we're not gonna, we don't have a cut signature. It doesn't appear. I was going back to get the short print. Now I don't remember which one it was because I saw the hit, and it's Vin Scully. So it is not a cut signature. We did not get one in this master case. We did get a nice Vin Scully here for the Dodgers, but there was no cut signature and no downtown in our master case. So that kind of, I mean, Vin Scully is an awesome hit. Don't get me wrong. Last Box Mojo gave us a great hit with Vin Scully, but since Jay Allen had told me that he thought every master case had a cut signature, I was kind of looking for one. I didn't really know that everyone did. I didn't really think everyone did, but Jay Allen told me there was, so I thought there was gonna be. Man. All right, so these, before we recap, we've got a lot of these to look through. So any that are the same team like that for the Cubs, we're just going to set aside. Same for the Rays. Any that have different teams on them like those, we'll set aside. So that's A's and Rangers. That should once again be dual Rays. There are both Red Sox on there, both Cubs. This is Angels one side, Mariners on the other. We have Blue Jays on one side and the Expos, which of course are the Nationals, on the other. That's dual Astros, dual Nationals. Both Astros there, both Nationals. A's and Rangers, both Blue Jays. Both Red Sox. That again is A's and Rangers. Rockies and whoever's on the other side of that, Orioles. Those are both Blue Jays. Blue Jay on the front, National on the back. Both White Sox. That goes back into that pile. And then Shohei and Ichiro. Now, there's a reason I did all that. You're going, why did you just do all that and just waste all our time before you recap? Well, it's kind of easy. It's kind of easy because some of these we may have to do something with in random and some of them we don't. So we have two of these. They are the exact same card. There's no difference, no numbering, no artist proof or anything like that. So it's easy. I'll send one to the Angels. I will send the opposite one to the Mariners. In this case, we have three that are exactly the same card. So I'm going to send one to the Rangers. I will send one to the Oakland A's. And one is going to hang out here and end up going to random in a minute. We have two that are identical here as well. So you got it. One's headed to the Orioles. The other to the Colorado Rockies. And we have three here as well. So we're going to send one to the Nationals, which is the Montreal Expos that you saw there on the back. We will send one to the Blue Jays, which is Baby Vlad. They're on the front. And then we've got a spare, a third one of that too. So our two spares, we're going to go to random.org. I'm simply going to type in front of the card and back of the card. This is the front. This is the back. You know it's the back because it's got the Panini logo and all the copyright information on it. I will hit random 3 different times once we get over here to it. The first 2 are not going to count. The third and final random will determine where those little spares go, where the third one, the oddball, whatever you want to call it. Well, it'd help if I clicked in the box, wouldn't it? All right, so you can ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. There's 3 times our date and time stamp. It says the front side of that card. So that means that the extra one of these, the odd lot guy, is going to go to the Oakland A's, and the odd lot here is going to go to the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm sure you know I wouldn't circle on your card, right? But just to demonstrate, it's on the sleeve. So that's how that is awarded. I think that's the only thing we had to deal with in random. Now we can recap. I kind of love that relic. That's the Astros and Verlander. It's numbered to 25. It's just very nicely balanced, and it's got all the important colors on it. Pretty awesome little hit there. To 25. Oh, look at that. Could it be the Astros again? Why, yes. Yes, it could. That one, of course, was Kyle Tucker. Did I say to 25? If I didn't, it is. It's to 25. Catfish Hunter. That is numbered to 49 for the Oakland A's. A relic for Juan Soto to 49 for the Washington Nationals. If you have the San Diego Padres, this is exactly who you wanted to hit. Fernando Tatis Jr. Tampa Bay Rays to 25 with Brandon Lowe. Los Angeles Dodgers to 25 with a Justin Turner autograph and relic. And the Detroit Tigers to 49. You've got Harvey, was that Kuhn maybe? I don't know. He's an old-timer guy. Vin Scully coming out for the Dodgers. That's actually a really nice hit, as a matter of fact. So if you've got the Dodgers, that Vin Scully's worth a little bit of money, I do believe. Blue Jays and Reese McGuire. Dave Winfield for the New York Yankees. Bat Kings relic. You have an autograph relic pairing for the Tribe with Jake Bowers headed to Cleveland. Sean Reed Foley to 99. Blue Jays. This guy's in here because he's numbered to 25. He's a Washington Senator from 1919, which means that would track to today's Minnesota Twins. Seattle Mariners, Robinson Cano relic. The Atlanta Braves, Colby Allard relic and signature. New York Mets hit with Jeff McNeil. Quad relic for Juan Soto and the Nationals. Then you have the Pittsburgh Pirates with dual relic and signature for Kevin Newman. Kyle Wright, Atlanta Braves to 99. Bat Kings, Matt Chapman for the Oakland A's. Corbin Burns, autograph and relic, Milwaukee Brewers. And for the Houston Astros, Kyle Tucker with an autograph. I forgot we hit that one. Ichiro, Mariners. And there's that other Sean Reed Foley for the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, so that is our break for tonight, and that's our recap for tonight. I will put up the information here about shipping and about what's breaking in the days ahead for anybody who maybe jumped in late. If you missed it earlier, you want to catch it again, whatever the case may be, here it rolls. So, Flawless projected out no later than 1 week from today. That's the way free shipping breaks are always projected. They most of the time ship sooner, quite often sooner, and sometimes much sooner. But that'll be the latest it will head your way. If you got skunked in Flawless and you did not pull anything, your consolation card typically would be held and sent with your next package just because it is a free shipping break. If, however, you want it sent right away, you need only send me a message and let me know, and I will gladly take care of it for you. Our paid shipping break, Diamond Kings, projected out approximately Thursday. As always, if I can get it out faster, you know I will. And if my week goes completely off the rails, as does happen occasionally, it could possibly move to Friday instead. But Thursday is my best estimate. Every team hit cards in Diamond Kings, so we don't need to worry about consolation stuff there. Coming up tomorrow night, we're breaking Flawless Football again. We're breaking Bowman Baseball by the half case, start of a new case. Wednesday night, we'll start at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. We're going to break a 12-box case of Contenders Draft Picks Football. Spots are listed by first letter of the last name. We'll also break our last case of Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseballs. That's 3 balls in that inner case. Thursday night, Leaf Metal Draft, but we're going to break Jumbo. We've been breaking Hobby by the full case. We're now going to break Jumbo by the half case. So it's got 10 hits per box. And so we're talking about a 40 hit break there. And 4 of our hits should be one of one slabbed autographs because those are supposed to have one in every single box. So woohoo! We'll break Diamond Kings again on Thursday night as well. It will be break number 5. It will be the start of a new master case. So it'll be a 12-box sealed case like normal, but we'll be cracking open a brand new master case to get it out of there. Friday, we're going to start at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. We're going to break National Treasures Basketball because it comes out that day, and I'm super psyched about it. And we'll break Contenders Draft Picks again. On Saturday, we'll break a full 5-box case of 2019 TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys. Those are a new release this week. They come out Wednesday, actually, and I forgot to list them. So, we'll break them Saturday instead. And we'll also break a half case of Gypsy Queen Baseball. It's the back half of a case that we started the other day. So, I think that is all the news to use from me. Let me see if I missed anything here in chat. So Michael and King Timbo, thank you all as well. And Jay Allen, good night to you as well. And, all right. So I guess, Michael, you asked if you're getting all the cards. Yes, all the cards ship, unless it says otherwise in the description. Occasionally I will do a break where not all the cards ship, but it will always say that in the description if that is the case. With Diamond Kings, all the cards do ship, so everything you saw, you're going to get. Just keep in mind about the old timers, right? And they don't always go where it looks like they're going to go because, all the weirdness of franchising and keeping track of things. So, all right, that is it for me tonight. Hope I will see some or all of you again. In the meantime, enjoy your week ahead, and we'll catch you the next time. Bye now.